Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now I'm just playing. Good evening and welcome to Chlorine Callaloo. I am Naomi Walters. We are streaming live on the Facebook and YouTube pages of Trinbago Freestyles and the Facebook pages of Move Lang, Cindy and Jane and the Center of Excellence Swimming Pool Complex. Remember to follow us, like the pages, and share the live. We are just over 3 weeks away from the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. I am so excited. Can you feel the excitement in the air? And we have a show tonight of Olympic proportions. And now our chlorine news flash. Both the Bahamas Nationals and the Sisikan Championships came to a close on Sunday. TTO swimmer Cheryl Thompson registered the fastest time in the 15 and over girls 50-meter freestyle, clocking 26.07 seconds. Well done, Cheryl. This was Thompson's last warm-up meet before the Tokyo Olympics. Best wishes and good luck to Cheryl. At the same swim meet, TNT's Zarek Wilson established personal best in the 50 and 100 fly, 50 and 100 back, and 100 free. Josiah Morales also registered personal bests in the 50 and 100 free and 50 and 100 fly. We want to wish Zarek and Josiah good luck and well done. Puerto Rico won the Sisikan Swimming Championships with 1,697 points. Venezuela placed second in 790 points, and Dominican Republic was third in 535 points. On to some other news now. The FINA Men's Super League of Water Polo is ongoing in Georgia. Today, the quarter-final round of competition came to a close. The scores were as follows: France versus USA, 11 to 12; Greece versus Georgia, 20 to 8; Italy versus Japan, 15 to 12; Kazakhstan versus Montenegro, 6 to 18. In the semi-finals, it would be Greece versus Montenegro and USA versus Italy. Today we celebrate Olympic Month on Chlorine Callaloo. The Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee celebrated Olympic Day on June 23rd, and today we would have the President Brian Lewis to talk about the role of the Olympic Committee. One of our national swimmers, Liam Carrington, took part in the Stay Active Challenge, as was featured on TTOC's Instagram page. Liam will be featured as our Visual Eyes Chlorine champion. And today we look forward to our game show, Swizzled, as we ChillaxCin with Cindy. Many prizes to be won courtesy Stationery Addicts, Massy Stores, Premier Cleaners, and you could even win a month of online classes with fitness professional Natalie Howe. Wow, I wish I was in that boy. And now we have a brief word from one of the Swizzled game show sponsors, Jean Romani of Stationery Addicts. Hi, Jean, and how are you?
Hi, I'm very good, Naomi. Thank you for
And what
having
info do
me.
you have for us today?
All right, so today we have the competition, the game show, the mini game show, and we'll be giving away a $100 voucher to one lucky person.
Whoa, boy, huh?
Yep. And also, just for this week only, um, in honor of being on Chlorine Callaloo just for this week, we're going to be giving 20% off to anybody who shops at Stationery Addicts.
Wow.
We on Instagram, we on Facebook. So once you shop and you put in the code Chlorine Callaloo, you will get a 20% off anything that you purchase just for this week only. So this is running from today, tonight after the program until next week, Tuesday, please God. So make the best of it, right?
Okay, great.
Yep. And one more surprise. Well, what I have in my hand here is a pen. And so it's just one of the cute little things that we have. We specialize in fun and colorful stationery.
Nice.
And Naomi, just as I admire so much how you read the news on Chlorine Callaloo. I watch it every Tuesday, and I'm so proud of you. So I would like to offer you a $50 gift voucher from Stationery Addict. So, because I understand that you're doing studies and stuff as well,
Yes,
so you would need
thank you so
stationery.
much.
Yes, so you can check us out. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram, and you can just message, let me know it's you, Naomi, and I
Yes.
will hook you up.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that.
You're very welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so before I go and before we continue with the show, I would like to say happy birthday to Mr. Board, as his birthday was yesterday. He turned 83 years old, I think. 83. So we want to say happy birthday or happy belated birthday to Mr. Board. I really hope that you had a great day yesterday and that you feel more blessed. And I'm glad you made another year with us, right? So happy belated birthday to Mr. Board. Also, I'd like to say to the SAA students who would be doing SAA examination on Thursday, please go on the 1st. I would like to say good luck and all the best. And I know all of you all are going to do good. All our SAA swimmers and all our other SAA students that are here with us tonight. Also, to the CSEC students like myself, I am so nervous for CSEC. So I could also imagine how nervous the rest of you all are. So I just like to say we have this, we studied for this. I mean, we get extra 2 weeks. I don't know about you all, but those extra 2 weeks went by so fast for me. So I just want to say we have this, we got this, and good luck to all our CSEC swimmers and all our non-swimmers who are also watching. One more thing before I go. Guys, tonight is my last night with you all. I know. I'll be back. Don't worry. I know you're gonna miss me. Ugh, I know you're gonna miss me. But I'm trying to focus on exams. So for the entire month of July, I will not be here. Don't worry. I will be back. I will be back. So again, thank you. Make sure to share the live and see you all soon.
Good evening and welcome to the segment we call the LifeBuoy. I'm Jason Wickham. We'd like to thank Naomi, as usual, for excellent reading of the news. And in this segment, as Naomi introduced earlier on, in this segment, this edition of Chlorine Callaloo, we are dealing with Olympics. And we have with us the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee, who hasn't been sleeping for a while because I know Olympics is around the corner. Good evening, Mr. Lewis.
Yeah, good evening to you. Good evening to all your listeners, viewers. First meeting was at 5 a.m. this morning. Well, that's not 5 a.m. That's 5 a.m. TT time, but maybe about 6 p.m. Tokyo time. So it's been a long day, but I'm glad to be on. Callaloo is my favorite, one of my favorite.
Well, I hope you ever had a Chlorine Callaloo.
I'm not too sure LifeBuoy will go in the chlorine water, but you'll take it.
This segment, LifeBuoy, the aim of this segment, we say saving aquatics one guest at a time. So any information we get here, we think is can be important to the development of the sport. So I know you could contribute towards that. Right. So tell us about the Olympic committee briefly, give us the roles and responsibility of TTOC.
Well, the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee, which also acts as the Trinidad and Tobago Commonwealth Games Association and the Trinidad and Tobago Sand and Beach Games Association. In fact, the Olympic Committee is celebrating its 75th year of being established. It was established in 1946 and became an officially recognized by the International Olympic Committee in 1948. when we would have participated at the London Olympics for the first time. And Rodney Wilkes, the weightlifter, won a silver medal. So when Trinidad and Tobago made its debut at the Olympic Games, we started off with a medal. In fact, the first 3 medals, Olympic medals, were in the sport of weightlifting. Rodney Wilkes too, and Lennox Kilgore. Just a bit of trivia.
Yep.
The Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee, essentially, according to the Olympic Charter, it has exclusive authority for the team and selection of the team for the games recognized by the International Olympic Committee. And those games are the Olympic Games, Junior Olympic Games, Pan Am Games, CAC Games, and now you have Junior Pan Am Games. And from the Commonwealth Games side, the Commonwealth Games and the Junior Commonwealth Games.
Okay.
That's essentially, in addition to, supporting with sport development, development of sport administrators, supporting the athletes, etc. The Olympic Committee is a volunteer organization, member-based, non-governmental. So essentially, the presidents, etc., like most organizations in Trinidad and Tobago, operate on a volunteer basis. But being a volunteer don't mean that you're unprofessional.
That's probably the topic of our next discussion. In TTOC's view, what is the role of the NGB or National Governing Body? What's the role of the National Governing Body in their relationship with TTOC?
Well, essentially, if you really had to bring it down to the basics, the national governing bodies are members of the National Sporting Organization, members of the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee or the Trinidad and Tobago Commonwealth Games Association. Really, essentially, at its core, it is the conduit to participate at the Olympic Games, which is the pinnacle event in sport, and the various games. So at its base level, if an athlete or swimmer, cyclist, whoever wanted to go to the Olympic Games or the Central American and Caribbean Games or the Commonwealth or Pan Am Games, any of the multi-sport games, including now Caribbean Games, you have to go through the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee or the National Olympic Committee in any country. So the relationship, a lot of times people ask, well, how come the Olympic Committee may not have the type of control that people would like the Olympic Committee to have, as the Olympic Committee has been recognized over the years as the lead organization for Commonwealth and Olympic sports. But it really comes down to the fact that the Olympic Committee have to respect the autonomy of the National Sporting Organization.
Right.
Of course, people can come to the Olympic Committee currently. We have governance principles and guidelines so that people can come to the Olympic Committee if they have issues. But to say that an Olympic Committee can compel or pull the big stick on a national governing body, that is not necessarily so. As I said, the Olympic Committee, what we try to do to influence excellence is that we run a number of sports administration courses, coaching courses, athlete development courses, Olympic Day, Olympic Youth Camp, Women in Leadership programs. So there are a number of, we have a featured female program, a Replace with Guns with Medals program. So there are a number of things that the Olympic Committee currently we do to sort of encourage the National Sporting Organization to build capacity for better governance.
So as I mentioned, Olympic Day there, why is it necessary to celebrate Olympic Day or Olympic Month?
Well, in a short, Olympic Day is the birthday of the Olympic movement. It was the modern version of the International Olympic Committee was established or re-established by Baron Pierre de Coubertin on the 23rd of June, 1894. And got out there a little bit brain fade.
That's fine.
So that I think the first games of the modern era was 1896. So it was so that essentially the 23rd of June is the birthday of the modern International Olympic Committee, IOC. So that that's the reason for the celebration of Olympic Day annually on the 23rd, and they do various activities. The National Olympic Committee will do various activities to encourage participation in sport, especially amongst the children, youth, and young people.
Right. So, I mean, we had one of the next person in the next segment. He participated in the Stay Active challenge that you all had. I must say too, I mean, especially since your introduction onto as the president of TTOC, I must say the engagement, the public engagement on social media. I mean, if you don't know what's going on, you don't want to know because the information is there. And I must commend you all on how engaging you all are with the members of the public.
Yeah, well, times have changed, you know, and sports administrators have to come up to speed. They have to become relevant. You know, they have to embrace digital and digitalization if it wants to better serve the youth and young people and children and encourage them to participate in sport.
So I know on your assumption in office, within about a year and a half after you launched the 10 goals to 24 program, how is it ambitious? How are we going with that?
Well, 10 or more Olympic gold medals by the year 2024, or 10 Olympic champions by the year 2024 was launched 2014. Kelly got going in 2015 when I participated in the Trinidad and Tobago Marathon as a means of raising funds, because at the same time we established the vision or the aspiration of 10 or more Olympic gold medals by the year 2024. We established the Athlete Welfare and Preparation Fund, so that we do activities every year to put in a fund to support athletes. And when I use athletes, before if people feel that I'm being biased to track and field, when I use the word athletes, it's a generic term for athletes. It includes, as a broad base, everyone, swimmers, right, cyclists, etc. So it's in terms of the broadest sense of athletes.
No problem.
I lost my train of thought there. Yes.
How we going?
Go by 2024.
Yeah, how right. We going?
So it's important to recognize that it wasn't just a wish. It was about establishing and working back from a pathway across the various sports. So we would have done things like the Athlete Welfare and Preparation Fund. We established a medal bonus to make it an incentive base. It started in 2015. In fact, for the Olympic Games, Tokyo 2020, the medal bonus for the gold medal is $40,000 US, 15,000 for silver and 10,000 US for bronze. And that's from the Olympic committees, the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee perspective. And we ran a number of capacity building courses, workshops, long-term athlete development, high performance. We established a high performance section. We have a high performance coordinator. We have an athlete services project officer who deals specifically with the athletes. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is these are the things that people don't see, that you have to put certain things in place to help the young sportsman or sportswoman who have an aspiration. What used to happen, and athletes told me this, right, that when it came to like the Olympics, they were afraid to express that they had a dream or a goal to win a gold medal at the Olympic Games, because even their coaches used to say that was pie in the sky. So that I felt it was important for the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee to establish that goal, because if you broke it down, Jason, and I know you'd appreciate it. So what is the core business of the TTOC? The core business of the TTOC is medals.
Right.
Because the TTOC has exclusive authority for these events. We don't have exclusive authority or authority for CCCAN and all your events, World Champs, long course, short course. We have exclusive authority for these events. And these events are the pinnacle events across the world, the globe, the continent, and the region. And do you just expect to go to the event? Is that what a young person that I just want to go to an event, qualify to get a kit, and that's it? No, they aspire to be the best that they can be. And if the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee, which is responsible for certain games, the highest game, the Olympic, itself is afraid and a cowardly attitude that it don't want to express the pinnacle achievement because of fear of criticism and everything. I've gotten enough of that, right? It doesn't matter. What we have done with 10 goals by 2024 is given any young person, you involved in swimming, any young swimmer who is on this thing here this evening, that harbors a dream in their heart to not just qualify for an Olympic Games, but to do the A-time and climb on that podium to see your red, black, and white flag raised and to hear the pan anthem, because we have also gotten the IOC to approve the pan version of our anthem rather than the British Philharmonic Orchestra and these other things. They can feel confident that they can articulate that. But of course, it requires work. It requires having the resources. But it requires a commitment and an obsession.
Well,
in other words, I believe that we have made progress in terms of changing the culture a bit.
Right.
In terms of goal, we're going for goal. We're going for goal. And I believe that, of course, COVID-19 has been a setback.
Right.
Yeah. In an ideal world. But 2024 is still down the road. So the hill may get a little taller depending on what happens in the next couple of weeks. But I believe that we have a number of athletes, swimmers, cyclists, track and field athletes, who now dream of climbing onto the Olympic podium and getting that gold medal around to follow Hasty Crawford and Keyshawn Walcott.
Well, Mr. Lewis, I know we'll have to invite you sometime again after the Olympics.
Sure,
right?
No problem.
Right, but thank you very, very much, and continue doing the work you do. And I hope you could make it with these few hours sleep you have and get some sleep sometime.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, man, for your contribution.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So that was Mr. Brian Lewis, the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee. And up next, we have a segment sponsored by Visualize that we call Chlorine Champions. Good evening, and this is Chlorine Champions, and on screen we have Mr. Liam Carrington. Good evening, Liam.
Good evening, good evening. Thank you for having me, it's a pleasure.
No problem. Liam, what really going on here? What going on in that video there? I think you told me that you're supposed to be spelling the word swim, but I see you doing all kind of thing. I not see no SWIM. What you was doing there?
TTOC posted on the Instagram account an alphabet with each letter having a different set of exercises. It was supposed to be where whatever we are representing whatever we're doing in the Olympics, we have to spell it with the letters. So since I like swimming and Dylan Carter and Cheryl Thompson are doing swimming, I spelled out swimming. So like for example, S was 20 donkey kicks and W was 10 Russian twists, I believe.
I think I could do the donkey kicks. So Liam, so if you're now joining us, this is Liam on Chlorine Champions. Liam is a national swimmer. He took part in the TTOC Stay Active Challenge this year on their Olympic Day celebrations. He also took part in the youth camp last year, I believe. Liam, how was the Olympic youth camp last year?
The youth camp was very interesting because they taught us about so many things. They taught us about the Olympic colors, the history of the Olympics. They taught us about the Anti-Doping Act, and Keston Bledman also came and showed us his life story, and it was very inspirational to see how he grew through his sport of track and field.
All right. So is it that one day you would like to go to the Olympics?
Yeah, I really want to go to the Olympics since I can't remember how young, but
so long ago. I know you're about 28 right now.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go to the Olympics and at least medal in the Olympics. Since 5, I believe 5.
And so I know you're a 4-month, so you want to go to the Olympics. You took part in the Olympic Day Challenge, etc. Why was it important for you to take part in that Olympic Day Challenge? It's the active challenge.
It was important. I should say, it was important to stay at the importance of that is basically to keep you, how to say,
active, like during the pandemic, etc.
Because it's hard. We're going through some hard times right now with the COVID, and the TTOC has made a great initiative to keep everyone well and healthy during this time of lockdown.
So Liam, as if you're now joining us, this is a segment, as I said, sponsored by Visualize, and we have young Liam Carrington. Liam, how old are you?
13.
13. I understand you started Form 1 next year and you never went to school?
Yeah, that was a bummer because when I wrote essay, I really wanted to go to Prez, and when I
Prez, let people know what Prez is. Where Prez is in
Sando.
Okay, good.
Sando. So I go into Prez right now, but I never got to go to the school, right? So I only know of a name to a voice. That's all I know.
And how has studies been going so far?
Studies, it's well, I believe. I had some bad grades and some good ones, but I think overall the good's better than overthrowing the bad. All
right. So Liam, which one you prefer, 1500 free or 400 IM?
400 IM.
400 IM?
I prefer 400 IM because it shows I find I get very bored in 1500 free.
You prefer be a shark or a barracuda?
I'm not sure. Shark, I guess.
A shark, but in Petrotrin barracudas. What Christian will say? No, don't worry about Christian right now. Don't worry about Christian. It's all right. It's all right. So Liam, so what I did too today is that I decided I want to bring in my strength and conditioning coach here You know this lady, Coach Asia, she normally on Chlorine Callaloo. And she
Hello.
saw you.
Hi, Liam.
Coach Asia, how Liam looking here in this video?
His form looks good. I love his. Is that his little brother?
Yes,
Yes.
it is. That's live.
That's
He keeps sidetracking me because he's so cute.
Come on, stick to the program.
All right. Okay. So, I mean, yes, Liam, your form looks very good. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Come on, focus.
Okay. So your push-ups look good, I must say. All right. And what strokes do you swim?
I swim all. I don't really do much breaststroke. I do more backstroke and freestyle and the irons.
Okay. Okay, so your push-ups look very good. I was very impressed with your push-ups. All right, nice form, nice angle on the push-up, on your form, good bracing, making sure that your back is low and stuff like that. And your burpees, I love the fact that at the end your hands go into like a streamline position, which will kind of help you get off the blocks faster and get into that streamline position quicker. So thumbs up for me.
Right. Thanks, Coach Asia.
You're welcome.
Right. So Liam, looking at a little free feedback there. Yeah, and again. So Liam, final question. Why should young people get involved in swimming?
I believe young people should get involved in swimming. So like it's basically a life lesson. Swimming is a life lesson and it's fun. Even though it's challenging at times, it's a challenging sport. It's fun. I just said that already, but
it's real fun. That's good, no problem.
It's very fun. So I believe like if anyone who decides to start swimming, I would support them.
I forgot to ask you. I know last year was supposed to be your first Carifta too.
It was hard.
How was that? Listen, the Carifta, the CC Candy, everything. How was that? Your first time to make those meets and you couldn't go. How was that for you?
That was hard. So when they canceled it, I was hopeful for this year. So when they had the meet in, I believe February, was it February? I believe it's February. Yeah. So when they had it in February, I was like, yes, we're doing it this year. So and then when the cases started to go up, I was like, oh no. And then we didn't have it, so that put me down. So I'm hopeful for next year.
But I see you're trying to keep active. I know you're doing your dry land. I know you're taking part in different things. So continue focusing on the goal and you'll get there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Thanks.
All right. So thank you very much for coming on Chlorine Champions and have a good night.
You too. All right. Night.
So that was Liam Carrington on Chlorine Champions right here on Chlorine Callaloo. And up next, this segment, of course, is sponsored by Visualize. And up next, we'll be ChillaxCin with Cindy. So stay tuned.
Hi, good evening, and welcome to ChillaxCin. Oh, I was longing. I was just waiting. I wanted to ask Liam, how many wood donkeys equal one donkey kick? Liam, if you can just check with your parents or Google it and just put it in the comments. I need to know how many war donkeys equal one donkey kick, and get back to me. Welcome, everyone. Listen, ChillaxCin, this is the segment where you get to relax. You get to sit back with your cup of tea or maybe a glass of water with, with something in it. Maybe ice cubes. The choice is yours, Tonight, we kind of changing things up a bit, or maybe I should say swizzling it up. Like we hope the pepper do bust. And we're going to have some fun. We're doing a trivia, some games. We have some guests. We have lots of prizes. We have sponsors tonight. Sponsoring the prizes tonight, we have Natalie Howe of Workout at Home with the Backyard Jam Online Fitness, Zumba. For those of you who are at home, we can't go anywhere. Natalie Howe is going to whip you into shape. Premier Cleaners are also a sponsor tonight. Massey Stores, listen, and Stationary Addicts, ADDIX. So those are our sponsors. So we have an opportunity to win prizes. The guest with me in studio. Now this is the studio. And those of you at home, you also have an opportunity to win yourself a prize. So share the live, get your friends in, if your enemies, let them see how good you're living. And come in and let's get started. So the way it goes, we have 4 rounds. And the person who loses, I think in each round, the loser gets bumped out. And we have a new person coming in. So I think we're ready to start. And my guest here. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Good.
Good evening. You all ready? You all ready to swizzle this thing up?
I guess. I get nervous, but yes.
That's all right. Don't be nervous. Everything will be fine. So my guest tonight, the 3 players tonight, we have Akiba Alexander, Sheldon Anthony, and Charmaine Homer. You all want to say something very quickly? Charmaine, I know you're an ex or retired swim mom. Do you call it
retired yet.
I know, right? I find that
My son is retired from swimming.
You are not a retired swim mom. Charmaine Homer's mom. Akiba Alexander. Your kids are pre-competitive swimmers.
They are.
Right. And Sheldon, you're the father of 2 national swimmers, Zoe and Zachary.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
right.
Indeed. Yes. Glad to be on the show.
Glad to have you. So you all know exactly how it goes. You have your letters in front of you?
Yes.
You all are ready?
Yes.
I guess.
So
as ready as we can.
Round 1 is sponsored by Stationary Addicts. So you have the opportunity to win a $100 gift voucher for Stationary Addicts. They're on Facebook and Instagram. So please follow them, anyone who's listening, and you guys here. So let's go. Come on, warm up all yourself. The first question number 1. Which of the following athletes went to both the Youth Olympics and the Senior Olympics? Christian Homer, A. B. Dylan Carter, C. Linda McCrockrane, or D. Siobhan Cropper? Shalana might have to DQ you, you kind of, you ever hear, it's a false start, what is that?
Yeah, but
You fall asleep on the block or what?
yeah, I was looking for my B.
Remember, you'll have 5 seconds. I forgot to say that. So, so Shalon, I'll let you get through this one. But the next time, DQ. You'll have 5 seconds. So the answer is B, Dylan Carter, correct. Number 2, as reported by him on episode 4, how many open water races has Gordon Board swum? A, 111, B, 110, C, 105, or D, 89?
Just had to be any, mini, miny, mo.
Okay, the answer is A. Akiba got it.
I don't know.
Oh, you know who watches this show all the time.
Right, now we know who's a fan. We know the true members here. You know?
Man.
Number 3, who was the youngest athlete to represent Trinidad and Tobago in swimming at the Olympic Games? A. Sebastian Paddington. B. Sherry-Ann Gibbs. C. Dylan Carter. Or D. Nicholas Bovell. Okay, it's B. Charmaine, I think you're retired. I think own it. Own it. You're retired. Your behavior is that of a retired person.
So embarrassing.
So it is B. D and question 4. So this here is, let's see. Number 4. Christian Homer won the Youth Olympic gold medal in 2010. What was the road march in Carnival 2010? Come on, listen, we're mixing it up. Remember, we swizzling it. This is when the pepper, this is exactly when the pepper busts.
It really wasn't true. And addle my brain.
A. Marshall Montano. B. Sparrow Obia Wedding. C. JW and Blaze Palance. Or D. Faye and Lions Get On.
I feel you have to repeat them.
All right, let me repeat. Okay. This one was a little wordy. So Christian Homer won in 2010. What was the road march in Carnival 2010? Marshall Montano, Advantage. B. Sparrow Obia Wedding. C. JW and Blaze Palance. Or D. Faye and Lions Get On.
I feel it's Marshall.
Okay, Akiba, got it. It's Palance.
Right. I feel like going home.
Akiba, you won. You know, they had a GoFundMe to actually bury Palance, and I hope they raise enough money, because let me tell you, I can't Palance no more. I had enough. I think it's time to bury it. So the winner of the first round is Akiba. You've won yourself $100, sponsored by Stationary Addicts. So congratulations, Charmaine.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I think no, I'm so good.
I studied swimming, you know. I really studied for this test.
I know.
But I studied swimming.
The retirement coming through, the retirement behavior is shining brightly, Charmaine.
Way to do. At least I'm shining at something.
Exactly. So good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Here. Thanks for having me.
Bye, round 2. Bye, Charmaine. So we have Sheldon and Akiba, still Akiba. $100. Cha-ching.
I don't think I have any chance against Akiba.
Well, I could already tell.
You're good.
Joseph doesn't want to be here, so I could tell he's going to lose. You see this? He come in like, listen, you know? So we're on to round 2.
Yeah.
So round 2, we're actually going to have 2 winners. Someone in the audience will also win a voucher for Massey Stores in the sum of $300, sorry. So one of you get to win $300, and someone in the audience gets to win $300 as well, and I'll tell them when. So, welcome, Joseph. You are a former national swimmer, and you're a head coach.
I was a head coach of the national team, at a point in time. Good well do.
Right. Joseph, are you under duress? Wink if you're all right. I find you moving like, you know, everything okay?
Yeah. I was just taking a little sleep here.
Okay, all right.
Nice. Up now, don't worry. I'm up. I have all my cards. I'm waiting.
Everybody, okay, so let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Question number 1. Which of the following Olympians were born in Trinidad and Tobago? A. Anthony Nesty. B. George Bovell III, C. Dylan Carter, D. All of the above. Anthony, you almost got the cue, but you got it right. Anthony is correct. Sheldon, Anthony, is that because it's your name that you knew it?
No, because, well, I did my little research, and all those others, the Bovells born in Canada, and who's the other one you call?
Anthony Nesty is correct.
Dylan born in California, so it has to be Nesty.
Okay. Yes, George Bovell was born in Canada. Dylan was born in the USA. And so Anthony Nesty was born in Trinidad and Tobago. So the next question. George Bovell III won Trinidad and Tobago's first swimming Olympic medal, winning a bronze medal in 2004. Who was the president of Trinidad and Tobago in 2004? A. Noor Hassan Ali, B. George Maxwell Richards, C. A.N.R. Robinson, or D. Ellis Clark? Yes, B is correct. George Maxwell Richards. So the next question is actually for the audience to win. So let's see what happens.
So
the next question.
Do we vote as well? Well.
Yes, you all can vote as well, but this prize goes for the audience because you all need to get the points. So this one is for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
On episode 1 of season 2, Chlorine Callaloo, which presenter was missing in action? On episode 1 of season 2, Chlorine Callaloo, which presenter was missing in action? A. Deron Samlal Singh, B. Asia Joseph, C. Jason Wickham, or D. Cindy Ann Boisson? Episode 1 of season 2. I'm going to hold on so that the people in the audience gets a chance to answer. B is correct. Andrea got it correct. I think that's the first person I'm seeing. B, Andrea got it correct. And so did Akiba. Yeah, Akiba in it to win it.
Yeah, boy, knockout.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So number 4. Who was the first Trinidad and Tobago born swimmer to make an Olympic semifinal? A. Anthony Nesty, B. Geoffrey Ferreira, C. George Bovell III, and D. Karen Diffin-Tyler.
Yeah, I'll try it. Yeah, let me try that.
Okay.
Semi-final, you see?
None of you all got it correct. The answer is actually B. Geoffrey Ferreira. George Bovell wasn't born in Trinidad. And neither was Karen Diffin-Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, the answer is Geoffrey Ferreira. So nobody got that, Akiba, yeah, boy.
I actually had Ferrer in mind, but I didn't realize.
Too late, Anthony. Too late. Don't come with that.
Yeah, I just thinking back.
Right. So let me get. We on to. I think that's it for this round.
Oh gosh.
Wait, just 1 minute. Oh no. One more question. Next question. Who was the first athlete to represent us in breaststroke in the Olympics? Right. Who was the first athlete to represent us in breaststroke in the Olympics? A. Kerry-Ann Gibbs, B. Paul Nawalo, C. Nicholas Bovell, or D. Sebastian Paddington? B is correct. B is correct. So let's see who is the winner of this round.
Well, I know it's not me.
Well, we know you came in to lose. I told you that your attitude. You came on deck with a losing attitude. It was obvious from the start that you weren't ready to kick off and go, you know?
I beg to differ. I beg to differ.
You think so?
Yeah.
You know, you can't tell me that. You could talk to your swimmers. I could talk to the participants. You understand? I have the eyes for who's ready. You didn't come ready. You didn't come with your game face tonight, Joseph. So we have a tie. Akiba and Sheldon, with this round we have a tie. So I have to ask you all a tiebreaker. All right, so let's see. How many times did George Bovell win Trinidad and Tobago Sportsman of the Year? How many times did George Bovell win Trinidad and Tobago Sportsman of the Year? Was it 1, 2, 3, or 4? B is correct. Okay. What years did he win?
2004, 2000.
Joseph Ryan, but you're not even in. What is happening?
I'm sorry about that.
Like you're not. I don't understand. Like he just got up. Akiba got it right. Akiba got it right. 2004, 2014. That's correct. So Akiba, you're still ahead of the game. Okay, Joseph, you could go back and take your nap. You know, it was lovely. Thanks for joining us. You're so pleasant. Go get some rest. Go, you deserve it. You've earned yourself some rest. You take ChillaxCin to the next level tonight, Joseph.
Akiba not easy, huh?
Akiba come out fresh for you today.
Akiba, where you study?
I didn't want to look like, you know, those people on the game shows. I say, you know what? I study until about 2 o'clock Sunday night.
Oh my God. Let's go. We have some. So we're on to round 3. So far we have Akiba Alexander. You also won $300, a voucher for Massey Stores. So we want to thank Massey Stores for sponsoring that round. And congratulations, Akiba and I think Andrea for winning a voucher for Massey Stores. So, Joey, you let me down. Strasser is very disappointed in you, Joey. So am I. Let's go. So we have someone else joining us. 3rd round. We have a new guest joining us. Hi, Luke.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing really well. And for those of you who are now tuning in, this is ChillaxCin. This is your watching Trinbago Freestyle. And we have Swizzled, the game show tonight. And we are on the 3rd round. So please share the live, invite your friends, and follow and like the page. So, round 3. The winner of this segment actually wins Backyard Jam Online Group Fitness with Natalie Howe. So we have 1 prize for the people in studio and 1 prize for the audience. And again, in studio, I mean here. I know people will get a little slick, you know? So Luke Paddington is the host of the Social Kick Swim podcast, and he's also a former national swimmer. Luke, I understand you missed qualifying for the 1996 Olympics by 1/10 of a second.
Yeah, it was a hard one. Yeah.
That song tough. It does. I don't know. Tonight we'll try to make you feel better. You know? Let's see what
Akiba, you're making me feel bad already.
Akiba in it to win it. She's not playing. So let's go. So question number 1. Veteran massman Peter Minshall was a designer for the opening ceremony of the 1992 and 1996 Olympics? In what country was Peter Minshall born? A, Trinidad and Tobago. B, Turks and Caicos. C, Guyana. Or D, Canada. C is correct. C is correct. Number 2. Which of the following swimmers only went to one Olympic Games? Siobhan Cropper. B, Chantal McLean. C, Kerry Ann Gibbs. Or D, Geoffrey Ferreira. Aye! What a sharp. That's right. C is correct. She went in 1996. It was the only year she went to the Olympic Games. At which meets did both Olympians Dylan Carter and George Bovell III never receive medals? A, World Short Course Championships. B, CAC Games. C, Commonwealth Games. Or D, World Junior Championships. Apps. Bang, no one is right. It's C, Commonwealth Games, where Dylan medaled in 2018.
I misinterpreted the question.
George medal in World Juniors.
World Short Course Juniorship. Yeah, he did. Yes, this according to the information I have here. Luke, if you have a query, you have to
I'll take
it
it up with the organizers.
Yes, please. Please. So this question, our national anthem was heard for the first time at the Olympics in 1976 when Hasely Crawford won gold. How many times is the word "our" in the national anthem? How many times is... Sebastian is like, look. What? How many times is the word "our" in the national anthem? Not hours in time, hour. A, 5 times. B, 3 times. C, 6 times. Or D, none of the above. So A, 5 times. B, 3 times. C, 6 times. D, none of the above.
Sure guesses, people.
Yeah. Shalan come through. A is the answer, 5 times. 5 times.
I sing it fast, girl.
All right, so this question is for the audience. The first person who gets this right, remember, you win yourself a segment with Natalie Howe, Backyard Jam, Online Group Fitness. Which sport has never been featured on Chlorine Callaloo? Triathlon, dragon boat, water polo, synchronized swimming. Which sport has never been featured on Chlorine Callaloo? Did someone answer in the audience as well already? Kishon Dixon? Yes, D is correct. D is correct. D is correct. Okay, so we have to tally up. So, Kishon, you won yourself online workout with Natalie Howe, Backyard Jam, Online Group Fitness. So you will contact Natalie. We'll send you the information so that you can get in touch with Natalie. Let's see who won that fitness in this round. I know who did not win. You know, I don't know. Anybody want to guess who didn't win in this round?
Akiva.
I think we have a tie. Let me see. 1 second. Sheldon and Luke actually tied. So we have to have a tiebreaker.
Oh boy.
So let's see. Okay. Come, I don't know if I should make you all do a quick backstroke.
Stand up.
All right. A quick breaststroke pull to just, get the adrenaline flowing, So the question is, how many persons have represented Trinidad and Tobago in the Olympics in swimming? How many persons have represented Trinidad and Tobago in the Olympics in swimming? Is it 9, A, B, 10, C, 13, or D, 11? Yeah, D is correct. All right, let's try this one more.
Sheldon boy.
Sheldon. In what year did Linda...
The only thing I researched today was Olympic thing.
You do research, I'm good.
In what year did Linda McCrockrane, I hope I didn't butcher her name, win the TTOC Sportswoman of the Year? In what year did Linda McCrockrane win the TTOC Sportswoman of the Year? Was it A, 2001, B, 1998, C, 2002, or D, none of the above?
Both
of you are wrong.
She's my swimmer as well.
She won in 2002.
So
oh my gosh.
Kick us out. Both out. We're both out.
Oh my God. One more. Okay. I'm getting some information here from Jason. Okay. Let's see which one I can ask here. What? We have some smart people here. How many times did Siobhan Cropper win Sportswoman of the Year award? How many times has Siobhan Cropper won the Sportswoman of the Year award? No multiple choice. Luke got it right. Sheldon, Luke got it. Luke got it.
All right. Okay.
Luke, you won yourself. You see, you come back strong. You come back strong. You come back strong. 4 times is correct. 1994, 1997, 1998, and 1999. So, congratulations, Luke. Thank you for joining us. Sheldon, so who's out this round? I think Akiba, it's you. Bye. Thanks for joining us, Akiba. So nice to have you. So look, you won yourself the on the backyard jam. I'm probably sure you must be missing it because are you home? You're not home, are you?
No, I'm in California, so I need it.
You need the backyard jam. You need it.
Backyard jam.
So you will join Natalie. How
I'll
will
give it to Paul.
Huh?
Paul can have it.
Hey, look how you doing.
Paul,
what's going on?
Paul probably in a backyard jam all now. Right, Paul?
Definitely, definitely.
Welcome, Paul. Thank you for
Good night,
joining us.
everybody.
Thank you for joining us. Paul Nawal was a 1984 Olympian and former national coach.
No, exactly.
So welcome to Swizzled, and for those of you who are now joining us, this is Swizzled. You are watching ChillaxCin with me, Cindy Ann, and we are ChillaxCin. You all have anything to drink? You all not? Sip something, relax. This is the time, that this is what we're doing for this segment tonight. So the winner of this segment gets $300, a $300 voucher for cleaning supplies from Premier Agencies. Let me tell you all a little bit about Premier agencies. Premier Cleaners for all your cleaning supplies, hand sanitizer, detergent, disinfectants, toilet bowl cleaner, bleach, etc. You can order on their website, www.plantingseedscaribbean.com, and search for Premier Cleaners. So during this segment, this round, someone in the audience also has an opportunity to win, as well as somebody in the studio. What? 3 guys this round, boy? I am the... What? Huh? Women's power this round. Let me see. So question number 1. Karen Duffenthaler became the first woman to swim for Trinidad and Tobago in the Olympics in 1988 in Seoul. Which of the following did she not swim at the Olympics? A, 50 free, B, 200 free, C, 400 free, or D, 100 free? Paul, are you with us?
Connection. Paul, no Karen well, man.
Is Paul with... Are you hearing me, Paul? Maybe not. The answer is C, but I think he has some connection issues.
Yeah.
I think he's coming back, but the answer is C. Paul, are you back with us? Let's just give it a couple seconds. So the answer is C, 400
Paul got C. Paul, no Karen, what he's saying.
So we're going to give him that. We're going to give him that.
Give Paul that.
I like how Luke even come here now. Now he's taking over the game. You realize what's taking place, right?
One
round you win. One round you win. And now, you know what I mean? That qualifies you. Oh, you know what?
You call me Sebastian, so I'll get back at you.
Luke, so tell me about the podcast as we wait for Paul. Is there anything
It's just a
that you want
podcast
to tell
about
us?
swimming. We talk about swimmers around the world, just trying to grow the sport, grow the community. So every week we talk to all kinds of people from around the world. Yeah.
How can people follow you or see it, support you?
The socialkick.com is on Instagram, Social Kick Podcast. We talk from this week is the Aussie Olympians and US Olympians, and then the ISL draft is today and tomorrow. So we're doing ISL coaches and swimmers next week.
Okay, so it's
socialkick.com.
So it's not just highlighting Trini swimmers or Caribbean swimmers. It's global.
It's a full range, and we definitely had Caribbean swimmers on, but it's a full range of the elite athletes or of the world. So yeah, it all started off with George, and then went from George to tons of people.
Okay,
we're on show like 99 now. So
it's called the Social Kick, and so people you're on Instagram and all those things.
Yeah, you go on Instagram, you see it. Totally. Chelsea, don't forget us on Facebook. That's Paul.
I love this program was over, came up on my phone. Sorry about that.
Okay. So did you?
So I missed the question, obviously.
Yeah, you did. But Luke kind of vouched for you and said that you would have gotten it correct. So by default, you got the answer. The question was, Karen Duffenthaler became the first woman to swim for Trinidad and Tobago in the Olympics in 1988.
I had a my seat.
Oh, we didn't see you. So correct. Right. So okay, Luke was here for you, man.
Yeah, man.
So the next question. More zessin, less stressin was a local dancehall hit by which artist? A, Trinidad Ghost, B, Trinidad James, C, Trinidad Killer, or D, Trinidad Cindy Ann Jane?
So we had to go with that one.
I had to go to one way.
Listen, both Luke and Paul are like that. You all think that I'm capable of doing more zessin, less stressing, but it's not me. I'm actually the opposite. More stressing, less zessin. Shalon got it correct. Trinidad Ghost. More zessin, less stressing.
No, I just hang it.
Next question. Which of these events has George Bovell never swam in an Olympic semifinal? A, 200 free, B, 100 free, C, 200 IM, or D, 100 back?
Olympic.
All right, that's correct. In 2012, he did not advance. So this question is a $75 voucher courtesy Premier Agencies. And this goes to anyone in the audience. You all still have to answer, but someone in the audience also gets the opportunity to win a $75 voucher. All right? You okay? You all are hearing? Paul, you okay? You with us?
Yeah, I seem to be dancing over your face, but I hear you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Which of the following Olympians were never interviewed on Chlorine Callaloo? A, Siobhan Cropper, B, George Bovell III, C, Linda McCrockrane, D, Dylan Carter.
I'm going to be B.
Yeah. D is the correct answer. Dylan Carter. So,
Cindy, are you still on?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm totally seeing a distorted picture, but that's all right.
A distorted picture of yourself or of us?
Yeah, just dancing over your face. Must see that's a thing. It's stressing just a business.
So in the audience, who got it right? Jason, can you see who got it right? In the audience, I think it's Akiba Peters. No? Jason will let me know. Who got it correct in the audience?
Cindy?
Yes?
Quick thing. People know that Luke Parrington developed all fours online?
No, that's my brother. That's Alexander.
Oh, it's Alexander?
Alexander, yeah. In
Oh,
Harvard, yeah.
famous family, online all fours.
Ah.
The Parrington family.
Luke, you had a chance to tell us that when I was asking you earlier. You missed your opportunity.
Yes, so you take control.
No, I asked you about the thing, and you know what I mean? You could have said, but what I really want to talk about is all fours. Next time we'll bring you on the show to play some virtual all fours. So the last question, guys, let's see how this one goes. So who won, Jason? Akiba Peters, you won yourself a $75 voucher, courtesy Premier Agencies. At which Olympic Games did Trinidad and Tobago have no swimming representative? A, 1992, B, 1996, C, 2000, or D, none of the above?
D, none of the above.
A is the correct answer. Paul, thank you for joining us.
Paul,
Thank you, Lovey. Luke, great seeing you. Everybody, good night. Everybody stay safe.
Yes.
Pleasure being here.
Family.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
You come in your red, white, and black t-shirt and all. Look at that.
Right through. National Trinity
I see that.
Trinity born.
Bye. So Sheldon,
Bye-bye.
you won this round.
Oh,
Sheldon,
nice.
Yeah, so you won a $300 voucher of cleaning supplies from Premier Agencies. This is nice. Everybody kind of won. I don't think we had anybody who won twice, or maybe we did. I lost count. So that is it. The game show is over. Swizzled is over. Thank you guys for joining us. You have any closing things you want to say before we leave, Luke?
Do this more often. It's super fun. It builds our sport. Well done.
Thank you, Sheldon.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for the opportunity to be on the show. It was really fun. And everyone practice the 3 W's. Stay safe.
Okay, we want to say thank you again to our sponsors, Natalie Howe, Stationery Addicts, Massey Stores, and Premier Cleaners. And I am your host, Cindy Ann Boisseau. You can follow me on Instagram, Cindy Ann Boisseau, Facebook, Cindy and Warsaw, and YouTube as well. So bye. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.
Bye.